I noticed that everything which has been fallen down or not used by nature, it finds its own new and alternate use. As the tiles and walls were broken, new plants emerged, and what once was a crowded and a place full of notice became a place which now is a place of greens, natures, and other organisms. I used my eyes to see that ants climbed up the pillar unknown to its large height and goes on climbing, not noticing how large it is. I smelled the flowers and cool breeze full of refreshing glow, making me understand how peaceful and fresh nature is. I realized that that the crows were on their own and flying around, maybe trying to say something to us, but we can't understand it, and just think that they are doing something, but can't get it. I noticed that there were small ants everywhere, and even where the children were stepping in, they don't know that within their feet there lies an organism who have similar build to them. I realized that the people have been using things only for their use and don't take care of them when you don't need them. It made me realize that we should prove our worth to others, that they will admire us even when we are in our best. I tried to understand what others say and to some extent understood what they were trying to do, but it also made me realize that everyone has their own talents, understanding, and if we understand, we can be united and achieve so many more things that we can't even imagine.
Yeah.
When I went outside, I used all my senses. I felt the wind, smelled the air of the flowers, but the dirty river too. And I saw many little insects crawling up the wall and on the flowers. That's how I felt the nature inside our school. The sounds of birds and the river were present too. When we focus on the sound, but in regular school days we don't focus on such minor but pleasant things. The greenery in the school was also beautiful. Once you look at it, there were many flowers with insects on its petals and water droplets on the petals. At last, when I was about to return to the auditorium, I saw Arjun exploring and feeling the nature, but he also killed a black ant who was just minding his business. So I also saw the purity of life.
I saw amazing beauty behind our school fence. Though the river was dirty and polluted, I saw river flowing along with trees moving and dancing. During the fresh air blown, I saw birds singing and chirping. In this short period of time, I found peace in myself.
Flowers. It looked very pretty. There were a lot of greenery and peace. I also saw birds chirping and water flowing from the river. It was very peaceful. Looking at the greenery made it look very peaceful. Thank you.
I could see and hear all the birds chirping and flying around the sky. I saw the Anumante river flowing down. It was pretty dirty and smelly. The ground was pretty dirty too. There were a lot of litter. There were a lot of pretty flowers as well, but the greenery and the fresh air provided a lot of comfort and peace.
Trump in junior. Trump. I saw many times. Thank you. Felt the cold fresh air hit me. I went to the cricket area where I saw leaves, grass, rocks, ladders, oyster, mutisar, butterfly and a string. And the only thing that I heard everywhere, birds. Next, while I was crossing towards the pool, I saw farmers using an unusually large metal scale as a sword. When I was in the pool, I saw many new things, mainly because I hadn't explored this area before. The things I saw were amusing. To see the pool in such a horrible condition with mud, with feathers and mud in it, while smelling the horrid smell of it. Then I went to the junior playground where I saw a weird rubber thing that I don't know how to describe. Then I went towards the futsal, and while I was going there, I saw my brothers and sisters giving their exam. Thank you.
I saw a question paper in the ground. Only I saw that they were very dirty with plastic and paper.
Everywhere in the cricket ground, senior ground and junior ground. And the junior ground smelled like green. There were broken flowers and broken branches of bushes and plants. I saw a dead earthworm in the junior ground. It was in the shape of the alphabet W. I saw chocolate wrappers everywhere and there was a long string in the grass. I also saw snakes and slides and water droplets on them due to the heat. I saw a spider in a spider web and I saw two ants fighting in a flower pot. I also saw a crow on top of a tree.
I was walking around outside when I saw a lot of holes on the junior ground, including I found a house of ant in the pillar, and the ant was climbing inside it. I don't know how. And a bee was sucking the nectar from the flower, and a bird chirping around the area. And I felt the pain of the pointy grass and the dried leaves and tree sap falling from the trees. Thank you.
I saw a dead earthworm. I saw beautiful flower from rose to the flower whose name I didn't know. I heard birds chirping. I noticed a lot of tiny holes in the ground which were made by ants to live in. I felt the water droplet on the slides. I smelled the free and cool air. I saw an ant climbing out of its ant hole. I saw a lonely spider sitting on the ground. I saw a beautiful pot with unique design made on it. I saw Mukesh sir and Kamal sir playing fighting simulator.
Wiggling, the rocks were scattered everywhere, the birds were chirping, the river was flowing, the leaves were dried up on the ground, and at last I felt very light.
Cold breeze was hitting the layers of my skin. I could hear the sound of the birds chirping and the river flowing. There were dry trees and a river which was filled with filth. The river was filled with plastics and it was very dirty that not even a living organism could survive there. I could smell the mud in the nature which was pretty calming, and also since everyone was alone there was no noise. It was very peaceful and we could enjoy the nature.
To humankind. I felt at ease when observing the nature. The voice of birds chirping filled my air while a moth and butterfly flying all over the cricket ground gave me joy. The large trees towering on the cricket ground made me realize so many things and wonder a lot of things. Ants working together to survive made me realize just how beautiful life is and the art of living is. The peace my heart felt was exceptional. When the cold breeze hit my face, all my worries washed away. Observing others carefully made me also observe the nature carefully and also left me awestruck. Thank you.
Reading exam in classroom and crow eating mouse.
Yes, I was observing a flower pot full of little green leaves and a very hot pink flower in the middle. In the middle of the pot, a big branch that looked like a tree was extended. The flower pot was situated outside the junior block. In the pot, the ants were trying to get up to the highest leaf and they were fighting with each other. They were all desperate to climb, but they just kept falling again and again. When one ant had finally made it to the top, it fell again. It was like a jungle to those little ants. The leaf, on the other hand, was made up of a net-like material that was glittering. I had never observed a leaf with such intensity or concentration in my life. It made me realize that there are a lot of things in nature that we have not paid attention to, and it's actually very beautiful. Thank you.
Small at the wall, which is probably food. They were working on Mars. They were working very hard to try and survive this pure earth. It made me realize that nature is very hardworking.
I went to the junior classroom, but they did not let me in, so I went to the senior classroom and I saw pee on the floor. It smelled like
And I saw a beautiful sight.
Bit louder, please. Once again.
birds flying. Birds flying. I went up and saw some birds flying.
Look at them. Why are you looking at them?
I saw birds.
I smelled the fresh smell of the environment and it was really calming. It was very peaceful and I could hear the birds chirping. I saw pretty flowers, bugs and birds. I saw the pretty leaves that were fallen on the ground. It was very peaceful to be alone and just explore the nature. Everyone was exploring the nature by themselves and there was no noise. I saw the water droplets on trees and leaves that were scattered everywhere.
A lot of flowers in the cricket pitch with some pop balloons and question papers. Then I walked around. I saw broken tires which I didn't even notice these whole 3 years.